everybody. Welcome to another session of Offstage. I'm Teddy Bart. Our guest this time was a, quote, overnight success in 1964. And after a short time, she had a string of #1 records or top 10 records. And then suddenly in 1978, she quit the music business. We're going to find out why. We're going to talk about what's going on today with our guest, Connie Smith. Nice to see you.
It's good to see you, Teddy.
Was that a sudden decision that you made in 78?
No, it actually took me about 15 years. I had tried to quit ever since I started, and so I finally got it done.
Most people want to keep on going when they get started, and when they had the kind of success that you had, they want more and more and more. They don't look for a way out.
Well, I think I was trying to be perfect at too many roles, and it was more than I could handle, and comfortably anyway. And I wanted some relief, and to me at the time this was the easiest one for me to give up. I couldn't give up my family. I needed to still grow in that area. And I couldn't give up my Christianity or my church work and my counseling and all that. I still needed to grow there. And I thought this is one thing that was mine, that I enjoyed, that really, you know, that I thought was for me. So I thought, well, I'll give that up. And I did for a while, and I'm really glad that I did, because I've now that I've got it back, I'm enjoying it in a whole new way, over the way that I should have enjoyed it in the first place.
Okay, let's talk about today first, and then we'll go back and find out those reasons and things that were going through you that made you want to stop all of a sudden. Today, you're recording again, aren't you?
I'm in the process, yes. I'm with Monument, so we've been waiting kind of for Monument to get reorganized and put everything back together. But I had a record out like in April, and then I've got a duet with Chris Christopherson that we recorded a couple of years ago that we've still got in the can. And then looking forward to putting an album out, because it's been almost 5 years.
Monument has had a few financial problems and legal problems, and I think they are in the midst of getting their company reorganized. And when that happens, then you'll be with the Monument record label, right?
If they can get that. If it doesn't, I'll be somewhere, because that's one of my very favorite things is recording, and I can't wait to get back in the studio.
So their problems are kind of holding you up, is that right?
By choice, yeah.
Are you touring again?
Yes. I've got a 6-piece band I just put together not long ago, and just took me quite a while to get them together. I got to pick who I wanted, and just a great bunch of people that I'm just really, I call them my kids, and I'm just really enjoying working again.
How did it feel to go out on the stage after so long of being away from it, from the commercial stage?
Almost worse than starting over, because I still had that same feeling of starting over because it had been so long, and I wasn't sure so much had changed in the 5 years that I picked to be out of it. So much had changed that it was a whole new thing, and yet I knew enough to know what I was missing, so what I needed to have to go out there, and it was, but it's coming. I'm not as scared as I was.
Were you really nervous?
Yeah, and I still, every new thing, I get a little more nervous, but it's good. I'm getting more confident again. I wasn't sure if I had any left, you know, and I'm finding out that I've still got something that at least that I want to give, so, and people are accepting it pretty good. I was afraid of reading the audience just exactly what they wanted. I knew what my audiences of past, I knew what they wanted. I could feel them, but I wasn't sure of this new audience, and I'm just feeling them out, and they're feeling me out, and it's a fun time.
Have the audiences changed in the 6 or 7 years you've been away from it?
There's more of a mixture. I feel like, I'm not sure whether it's so new. I'm not sure whether it's me or whether it's the audience, but I feel those that have been my fans all these years that have been waiting for me to come back, and they're there, you know, and I thank God for them, because that's my support now. Then there's those that don't know me, or per se maybe have heard of me in the past, but don't know me as an artist, and it's like I feel like they're sizing me up, and like I said, I'm not quite sure yet whether it's them or whether it's me, but it's a challenging time, and I
know
like that.
It's kind of an uncomfortable feeling to be on trial, isn't it, with an audience? I mean that.
But it's good. I'm ready for that. Yeah.
That everything that you do, though, is almost being judged. Well, does Connie still have the voice she once had? Or I think I remember Connie Smith, and all these kinds of things that you're thinking that they're thinking.
Yeah, and then the ones that someone's told them, well, you haven't heard her, but this is what she's like, and then they come to say if what they said was true. I get that, I think, from the audience some. But it's keeping me on my toes.
Have you found that the audience that knew Connie Smith some years ago is loyal, Or are
Yes.
they fickle? Do they say, well,
No,
let's go on to somebody else?
they've been very good to me, and they're still, over the years, even when I wasn't singing, they were loyal to me as a person, and now they all seem to be glad that I'm back, and so I'm glad for that.
Are you singing your hits on your stage show?
I sing some of them, and
You're doing once a day?
yes, yeah, I have to do that. That's the one that they do recognize, and then a mixture of some of the others. Mostly, I've always tried to go with kind of what I like. I feel like if you're doing what you really enjoy, then it'll come across and they'll enjoy it. And so I try to find out what they like, but pick out of that what I can enjoy giving forth. And as I do that, then it's a mixture. I'm doing some of like one of the songs we've been doing on our show is John Connolly's "I'm Only in It for the Love." That's a great song anyway. It's one of those you wish that you had gotten. And I enjoy that, and it's a good stage song, and we have been opening with that song, and it goes over well. And so trying to let them know, that at least I am thinking current, even though I don't really have a lot of current material out.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Connie Smith about some of the reasons that she gave up the business and some of the changes in herself as a person, which led to that decision and the decision to come back, and some of the other values and principles that have made Connie Smith an individual in life and in the entertainment business. So stay with us. We'll be right back with Miss Connie Smith.
Offstage is brought to you by Hall's Mentholyptus. For penetrating relief, get Hall's Vapor Action.
Smell those fresh roasted peanuts.
Oh, nothing can penetrate this stuffy nose.
Oh, this can.
Hall's Mentholyptus?
Uh-huh, with Vapor Action. Hall's Vapor Action has the power to penetrate deep into clogged nasal passages to help your stuffy nose feel clearer, while Hall soothes your throat to help you cough.
Hey, that's great.
The peanuts?
No, the Halls.
Oh.
For penetrating relief, get Hall's Vapor Action. And try sugar-free Halls, too. Simple chronic halitosis, a very real condition.
I've tried everything. Mints, gum, I rinse, I brush, but my bad breath keeps coming back.
Simple chronic halitosis, our name for recurring breath odor not due to illness. Livorus fights that bad breath. Livorus with 3 cleansing stages, freshens instantly, contains zinc chloride to neutralize bad breath vapors and protect breath for hours. Livorus.
You're like a breath of fresh air.
Livorus fights even simple chronic halitosis.
Introducing the Simple Miracle, Pogo, the safer, easier log splitter. You know how difficult and dangerous splitting logs can be? Pogo splits logs in seconds while eliminating flying or jammed wedges. And Pogo is really easy to use. Simply place the wedge on the end of a vertical log, raise the sliding hammer, and drive down until Pogo splits the wood. That's it. The Pogo system is convenient for use indoors and outdoors, and a drop of oil is all the maintenance your Pogo needs. The Simple Miracle, Pogo, is just $39.95 plus $5 shipping and handling. Pogo comes with a money-back guarantee. Now, here's how to order.
To order your Pogo woodcutter, call now, 1-800-626-0400, or send $39.95 plus $5 shipping and handling to the address shown. But for fastest delivery, call now, 1-800-626-0400.
We are back now. Our guest is Connie Smith. There was a time, I guess in the late 60s, and then it was growing, and people in the entertainment business were talking about you and saying, she's changing. There's something different about her. And some people would describe it specifically, and they would say Connie Smith is becoming a born-again Christian, or has become a born-again Christian. Then others would say there's something a little wacky about it. Something a little crazy about it. Connie, let's go back to, I don't know, when this thing started happening for you.
That was in 1968. I was in the middle of my second marriage breaking up about that time. And I was trying to find something. I had gotten to the point where, even though I've loved music all my life, and from the time I was 5 saying someday I'll be on the Grand Ole Opry, and that was my dream. I always wanted, even before I realized that it could come true. But it had gotten to the point, my life had switched around to where I was blaming my music for my unhappiness. And I think the reason is because I always thought when these dreams come true, then I'll be complete and I'll be fulfilled and I'll be happy. I always wanted a family, you know, my Prince Charming and my children and my little home, and then get to sing, which was just an extra bonus. And yet the more of these things that I got, the more unhappy I became, because I found that that wasn't what I was missing on the inside. And then when I became a Christian, when I accepted the Lord's goodness rather than trying to get good enough myself to be accessible into heaven someday, you know, and that peace that I was looking for, when I accepted that it took the Lord to do that, then my life began to change, and it changed pretty quickly because of course, I'd been going downhill pretty quickly from going to psychiatrists, all these things, trying to find peace inside of myself, not hardly believing anyone loved me because I despised myself so much on the inside. And as I began to accept the Lord's love, when I couldn't accept anybody else's, because I said, well, they don't really know me. And yet the Scripture says that He knows me better than I know myself. And I thought, well, if He can know me better than I know myself and still love me, then maybe I don't need to blow my brains out. You know, maybe I can go on and live a life that's worthwhile, and be of some meaning to someone, and mostly to find some rest within myself.
You mentioned in passing, then I don't have to blow my brains out, but are you being serious? Did you ever consider taking your own life?
Yeah, I've walked back and forth with the gun before, and I guess probably like so many people, the reason that what stopped me was someone that I cared about, and that was my children. I had 2 sons, you know, and I did not want to leave them with that stigma, and I had my mother and father, you know, or my mother and my family. My father was not living at the time, but I still had them, and I thought what it would do to them. And so that kept me from it.
But a person has to be very desperate to get to the point where they seriously consider committing suicide. I mean, there has to be a tremendous desperation inside of them.
Yes.
And that's the point you were at.
Yes, that was the point, because every direction that I went, I just couldn't find the fulfillment that I was looking for. I couldn't, it boils down to I just could not forgive myself for not being what I thought I should be.
Was it a guilt kind of feeling,
Yes.
Connie? I mean, was it the life you were leading, or the thoughts you were thinking, or something inside of you that was such a tremendous guilt that put this trip on you?
Yes, it's whatever that makes a person turn into a perfectionist that wants everything perfect. Whatever, all the things combined, from my alcoholic father who used to beat me when I was little on up to my 2 marriages that I had failed at, all the things that combine that and all the hurts that are there that don't get healed, and the fact that you blame yourself for that.
Is that an honest blame? Was the blame within you? Did your marriages fail because of you? Did your father beat you because of you? Were you finding no
You're
fulfillment?
pretty good psychiatrist. I think I should have gone to you. I know that there was no reason in myself for my father to treat me the way he did. It was alcohol, on his part, and I can see that. And then as far as my marriages, I see now more mistakes I made than I did then, but there's no blame there, because I realized I tried my best. I just was so ignorant of so many things, and I was trying to find a God even at that time, and no one can be one. And when you try to make a man your God, that's more pressure than they can stand, so you're bound and they're bound, and so it can't work out very well.
You mentioned being a perfectionist. I heard somewhere that the most unhappy people are the people who try to be perfectionists. If they're cooking, that everything has to come out just right. If it says a pinch of salt and they put a little bit more than a pinch of salt in it, then it just destroys them. And if they're working in the office or working in the field somewhere, if they don't absolutely get it just right, they have a tremendous guilt trip, and those people are the most unhappiest people in the world.
Well, I'm working hard now. I'm trying to be, I'm trying to become perfect at not being a perfectionist. But I have got a lot more peace now. I realize that it's just what the Word of God has shown me, that our righteousness is as filthy rags. And that doesn't mean the worst things that we do, but even the best we can do apart from God is no good. And I still have that tendency to be a perfectionist. But when that comes up, then I can get my peace, and I can get the joy of the Lord back by realizing that what He says in the 103rd Psalm, He knows we're just dust, that He breathed the breath of life in. And I can resign myself and accept that and go from there. But my tendencies are, I would like very much to be a perfect wife and a perfect mother and a perfect singer, a perfect interviewee, whatever. But I guess I'm enjoying life. I know I am more than I ever have, because is setting me free. It's been 15 years, you know, of being a Christian and him ministering to me and loving me despite, I think I found out in some ways that even when I fail, it's okay. And
I think that's important, isn't it?
That's a major, major turnaround in my life.
I guess to forgive yourself for what you believe is a failure is very important.
Yes.
And not saying, oh, why'd that happen? Why'd I do that? If only I could do it over again.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm learning to accept myself a little bit, and it makes life a lot more enjoyable, not only for me but for those around me.
For those around you, that's where I want to pick up on when we come back, because you know that through those 15 years, those around you have sometimes misinterpreted you, and you have misinterpreted them too.
Very much.
We're going to talk about that. Connie Smith is with us, and we'll take a short break. Be right back with more. Stay with us.
Hey, it's Charlie Douglas on the road from Nashville, Tennessee.
The folks at Cindy Lou's Musical Mail Order have come up with a record offer that you're going to find hard to pass up. It's a big truckers special. There are 50 hit songs on 5 albums or 5 8-tracks or 5 cassettes. The choice is yours for $19.95. And each one of these albums is a national bestseller loaded with your favorite hit songs, and here are some of them.
That endless black ribbon means lonesome.
There at that crossroads was the end of a line for Big Joe and Phantom 309.
Little maker, only Bill could understand.
Diesel smoke on Danger Road.
Going to Kansas City, here I come.
For the first time on television, Cindy Lou presents the Big Trucker Special. Remember now, you get 50 songs on 5 albums or 5 8-tracks or 5 cassettes, and the choice is yours for only $19.95. Your satisfaction is guaranteed by Cindy Lou's Music.
The world through windshield.
And he said, "Breaker 19, is anyone there? Come on back, truckers, and talk to Teddy Bart."
How she wiggles when she walks, stuff like that, and how fast them trucks will go.
5 hit albums, 5 8-tracks, or 5 cassette tapes. Your choice. Only $19.95. Only $19.95 for 50 great hits. Take it from me, Charlie Douglas. You have to go a long way to beat this trucker special.
To order, call toll-free 1-800-453-1234. That's 1-800-453-1234. Or save COD charges by sending $19.95 for records or tapes to Truckers Special, care of TV offer, Box 10030, Stamford, Connecticut 06904. Or call now. Visa or MasterCard accepted.
We're back now with Connie Smith, and we're talking about the many lives, the many changes in your life. When you became a born-again Christian, for some people that knew you, they felt that it wasn't the best change for you because you had changed. And, well, to be frank, some people felt that you were judgmental and a little bit, I don't know, arrogant. Is that fair? Or I guess judgmental really is the fair thing to say, because people that didn't agree with what you believe, other people say you put them down. Did you do that?
Not in my heart. I can see now that what they say about new Christians, more zeal than sense. I can see I was the epitome of that, because where I had learned and what I had learned was very much that way. And I was so hungry that I just took it all in and accepted it and went. And it took me some time to level out, maybe more so than a lot of people. I have found that a lot of the people, especially in the business, where my heart is, the people that I feel like are my family, that are connected with the country music business and all of that, they were more patient and more understanding with me than I was with them, because I had been so afraid of everyone. And then when I finally had given my heart to the Lord, I felt I had to do it right. And it took me some time to find out, that it's the goodness of the Lord that leads to repentance, and that He is the one that changes lives, that just from me finding out something changed my life, I couldn't superimpose it on someone else, and I tried to do that. And in 15 years, I've mellowed out some. I've got a ways to go, but I can see, I think what I wanted was to give them what I had and I just didn't know how to go about doing it. Because when I find something that I like, I love to pass it on, whether it's, whether it had to be with Christianity, or whether it's a new shampoo, or whether it's a place where you can get a good deal on a dress or whatever. I've always liked to share what I find, and I didn't know very well about doing that. And I find out that I offended a lot of people that I wasn't really aware of. And some of them were sweet enough to me, like Jerry Lee Lewis, to let me know.
What did he say? What did Jerry Lee Lewis say?
We was on a show together, and I had really put him down on stage. I thought it was what I had to do.
What did you say?
I didn't mention him by name, but I did say there were some people that I would have in my contract I would never work with again.
He was one of them.
Yes, and the audience knew who I was talking about because they had seen his show prior to mine. And then Jerry came back, and he politely told me some of the things in my life that needed changed. and then I didn't see him for about 2 years as far as really talking with him. But I found out that actually I was running from him. It wasn't him running from me. And the Lord dealt with me that I needed to ask his forgiveness. And I did. And the thing of it was that he hadn't had anything against me all those 2 years, that it was just my fear of him. And he was very sweet to me, and he means a lot to me. He always has. But it was great that I learned a lesson, and he was kind enough to be understanding with me and was much nicer to me over those 2 years than I was him.
How'd you deal with country music? Because so many of the songs are about cheating and drinking and doing everything that a good Christian's not supposed to do.
I never had been involved. I'd always kind of pick my songs. I was always too embarrassed to sing anything that was too intimate anyway. And as far as going into detail, as far as the cheating and all, I'd not ever done just almost none of that. So it wasn't really a whole lot of change. I think one of the biggest change I found out for the first years when I was so overboard in the Christianity area to where I was being too fanatical, was some of the songs that were love songs I felt was giving too much adoration to a person rather than where it belonged, to the Lord. And I couldn't see the balance in that. And I had more...
So, but, now you're a commercial singer again. I mean, you're singing for money and singing for success.
Yes.
And all the things that you started out for. You have different values and different things going inside you, but the goal is still the same, a hit record, sold out theaters and places where you work. And in order to do that, don't you have to sing the songs that people want to hear? And people want to hear cheating songs, and they want to hear drinking songs, and they want to hear double meanings in the titles of songs. How are you going to stay away from that when the money and the success is there?
That's interesting. I'm a lot more free as far as what I sing than I was. But no, I don't think I have to do that. I think I'll find a way that'll be something I can live with and something they'll enjoy. And that's the challenge that I'm looking forward to right now. I do believe that God will find a way to where I can do something that's pleasing to him, because I honestly believe that this time this is what he wants me to do. As a matter of fact, I always felt like God wanted me to quit the business. And over the years that I was out of the business, I believe the Lord has shown me that that wasn't necessarily what he wanted, except in the fact that I needed it. I had to have it. It wasn't, now that I quit, I see that the Lord allowed that for my sake, not his sake, because it wasn't necessary to him, but it was necessary to me.
But in refusing to do those songs, aren't you still being a little judgmental? Because if good people want to hear them, and if you have the talent to sing them, but if you're making a individual decision, no, I'm not going to sing those songs that I determine are immoral, aren't you kind of still being a little bit judgmental about what music and what entertainment and what people should have?
Maybe. If I am, it'll have to be something I'll have to learn from this point out, because I still feel that way. And I've still got to do, I've still got to stay where I'm at, and what I believe. And if that's it doesn't bother me to hear others sing those songs. I can't say it's my preference, even for their lives. But, I don't know, Teddy. If you call that judgmental, I guess I am. But I still can't do that.
Interesting. We're going to take another break. Connie Smith is with us. Stay where you are. We'll be right back.
Do you know anyone who eats grapefruit that doesn't lose weight?
Grapefruit 45, a fat-burning pounds-off plan that won't let you get hungry.
I lose up to a pound a day, and I eat as much as I want.
You can actually eat your favorite foods and still lose pound after pound.
Apparently, the secret's in the grapefruit ingredient, which speeds up the fat-burning process.
There's no way I'll eat grapefruit 3 times a day.
30 pounds in just over 30 days.
There's no way I'm eating grapefruit for lunch. This little fat burner plan does the trick.
Grapefruit 45.
The fat burner.
What would you rather have 3 times a day, this or this?
Grapefruit 45, and our guarantee to lose weight fast without going hungry or your money back.
The fat burner.
There's never been anything like the Grapefruit 45 weight loss plan. You'll burn off pounds of unwanted fat and get our money-back guarantee. To save COD fees, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-468-2700 or send $19.95 to Fat Burner, care of TV offer, P.O. Box 10030, Stamford, Connecticut 06904.
We're back with a few more minutes with Connie Smith. You're a very honest person. You don't mind talking about how you feel and mistakes you've made and those kinds of things. I guess that helps you too, though, doesn't it?
Probably. It's probably some of the best therapy I get.
How about your own? Have you reached a comfortable ground today as far as your faith and the entertainment business? I mean, do you feel comfortable about yourself and what you're doing?
More than I ever have. Sure do.
You don't feel like there's still another change ahead or something?
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I'm still looking forward to some more changes. As a matter of fact, I've been crying out for some new changes, because every time you open up a new aspect of your life, it's not too solid for a while, and you want to find something solid. And of course, the only thing solid is the Lord, but you still have to find in yourself where it is where you can obey the Lord and still be comfortable.
What would you like to happen?
What would I like to happen?
For you?
Just a new change inside of my heart. And out of that, then everything else is easy.
You mean a new change?
Spiritually. I just need some more growth spiritually. I'm at a place where I would like to hear from God, personally, in just a new way, a new vision, if you want to say that. In other words, I believe that the Lord wants me in the country music field and in the business, which I've not ever been involved in much. But I want to get a new heart for His people, to where I won't be so easily wrapped up in what I'm doing when I'm so busy, and be more there, open, and do exactly what He says.
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you, Teddy.
Thanks so much, Connie. The best to you.
Thank you.
Connie Smith has been our guest. Hope you've enjoyed the program. We'll see you the next time with Offstage. I'm Teddy Bart. Bye, everybody.
Offstage has been brought to you by Hall's Mentholyptus. For penetrating relief, get Hall's Vapor Action.
Hi, we're the Statler Brothers, inviting you to catch all the country right here on TNN, the Nashville Network.
It started over a half a century ago when the solemn Judge George D. Hay introduced Uncle Jimmy Thompson on WSM radio. Over the years, its name came to be synonymous with country music itself. Today, the world-famous Grand Ole Opry is the longest-running live radio program in history. No doubt you've tuned in many times, but if you've never attended in person, you're missing out on the biggest thrill in a country music lover's life. You'll see the living legends and the bright young stars. Plan your trip to Nashville and the Grand Ole Opry. Call or write today and order your tickets well in advance. Write Grand Ole Opry Ticket Office, 2808 Opryland Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37214. Or call 615-889-3060.
America's Country Home, TNN, the Nashville Network.
Yesteryear in Nashville. A journey into the past with the people who made country music history. And now here's your host, Archie Campbell.
He came to Nashville in the 50s and became, first of all, a successful songwriter and then a hit recording artist. In 1963, his smash hit, Talk Back Trembling Lips, rose to the top of the charts and remained in the national charts for 36 weeks. And we'll be right back to meet that dude after this.
Now you can get rid of your bug-exterminating arsenal. Introducing Bug Away, the quick, safe, clean, odor-free way of ridding your home of bugs and pests. Bug Away's scientifically proven ultrasonic sound waves affect the nervous system of bugs and pests, causing them pain and discomfort, forcing them to leave your home. Bug Away is 100% electric, and its ultrasonic sound cannot be heard by humans and household pets, except hamsters, gerbils, and mice. Your dogs, cats, and birds are completely safe with Bug Away. No more chemicals and sprays which can be harmful to your family and pets. No more dead bugs or rodents to discover and dispose of. Bug Away is also ideal for restaurants, hospitals, garages, and nursing homes. Bug Away is 100% safe and effective and will rid your surroundings of fleas, mice, rats, roaches, flies, crickets, silverfish, water bugs, and most other pests.
Call toll-free 1-800-468-2700. To save COD charges, use your credit card or send check or money order for $29.95 plus $2 shipping and handling to Bug Away. Care of TV offer, P.O. Box 10030, Stamford, Connecticut. Satisfaction guaranteed. Call 1-800-468-2700. Operators are standing by for your call.
Before we meet our special guest on Yesteryear in Nashville, let's take a look at him with one of his top 20 hits back in 1966.
My heart died inside of me the day you left. Got to stop my thinking of you, start thinking of myself. I know I'm gonna miss you, it's not hard to believe, but I've got to get control and get my heart at ease. At ease heart, at ease heart. She don't love us anymore. At ease arms, at ease arms. You won't hold her as before. At ease lips, you kissed her your last time. At ease heart, we got to get her off our mind. Got to get myself prepared. Disappointments are in store. Got to make myself believe she don't love us anymore. Got to make my mind forget about the things that might happen. Got to get my heart at ease, then maybe we will love again. At ease heart, she don't love us anymore. At ease arms, you won't hold her as before. At ease lips, you kissed her your last time. At ease heart, we got to get her off our mind. Thank you.
That was Ernie Ashford with At Ease Heart. A big hit for him in 1966, and he's our special guest today on Yesteryear in Nashville. How you doing, Ern?
Just fine, Arch. Good to be with you.
Mind if I call you Ern?
I'll call you Arch.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's much easier that
Yes,
way.
it is.
Most people call me Arch. That's true. I
Yes.
like that name.
Oh, good.
I like it. It's easier, you know, and it sounds very informal and so forth.
Yes, it does.
That wasn't your biggest record, though, was it?
No. This was a song that came out after Talk Back Trembling Lips.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Was Talk Back Trembling Lips your first record?
Oh, no. I had several records before that. I had, Each Moment, a top 10 record. You Can't Pick a Rose in December, a top 10 record. I had Everybody But Me, a top 10 record. I Take the Chance, a top 10 record, and then Talk Back Trembling Lips.
Talk Back Trembling Lips was one that you didn't write.
Didn't write that one. I wrote the other side of it, though.
Yeah, I'll take a ride there.
Yes, I did.
John D. Loudermilk, right?
John D., yeah.
Yeah, well, I happen to know that. How's your radio station down in Alabama?
Well, I sold it in October of 1983. I got out of the radio business and spending a lot more time around Nashville now.
Did you just own one station there?
At a time.
Yeah, one.
One at a time. I've been involved in 3 or 4 of them, but this was the first one that I owned by myself. I had been partners in 3 or 4 stations, and I took the big plunge and bought
you
one
know, that's a 24-hour job, isn't it?
More than that.
Yeah,
yes.
That's the truth. I don't blame you. You know, you don't have to do that anyhow. That's for people that like to work real hard.
Yes, it is.
Is it all country station?
I had it basically in half. About half country, half gospel, and then prior to selling it, I sold it to some local people there, and we it's all gospel station.
All gospel?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Hey, that's great. Well, I hope they do well.
I do, too.
When did you first come to Nashville?
First came to Nashville in 1948. I had a pocket full of songs, a head full of dreams, and no 3 chords on the guitar, so I thought I was ready for the big time, and I came into Nashville in
1948.
48.
Then the business was really just in its infancy at that particular time. I bet you had to knock on a lot of doors, didn't you?
In 48, I didn't really do much in, I was only here about 8 months, and I had a daytime job, so I didn't have time to...
What did you do in the daytime?
I worked at Avco Manufacturing Company here in Nashville.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Girls come and be waitresses and finally get discovered.
Yeah, I was up there, Bobby Moore and Buddy Harmon. We worked out there together.
There's no easy route, is there?
No.
There's no school, nobody to teach you how to come in and take a certain training and become a big artist. It's just not there.
And so I stayed here about 8 months, and I went back home, and my father, he ran a garage, and so I went in business with him and mechanicing, you know, and I didn't know anything about it, so I stayed there maybe 6 or 7 months, and finally I threw my reins down and said, I'm going back to Nashville. So,
now, you've had some success with your songs through people like Carl Smith, Little Jimmy Dickens, Johnny Horton, Wilma Lee Cooper. They all recorded things of yours.
Yes, Carl Smith recorded the first song. He opened the doors for me in Nashville. I did a song I wrote a song that Carl recorded called There's a Bottle Where She Used to Be. And it came out, this shows you how much music has changed. This was in the early 50s when I first came back to Nashville.
There's a bottle where she used to be.
Radio stations wouldn't play it because it was about drinking. They wouldn't let him sing it on the Grand Ole Opry because it was about drinking.
We'll be right back with Ernie Ashford after this.
Yesterday's wine.
They've had more hits than any 2 country stars alive today. That's why we proudly present this special album, a tribute to Merle Haggard and George Jones, featuring Merle Haggard singing his all-time classics.
I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee.
Plus the latest hits from this living legend.
The best of the free life behind us now. The good times really over for good. Big city turned me loose and set me free.
The best of Merle Haggard.
Going where the lonely go.
Plus the best of the one and only George Jones.
I'm still the same old me.
The first album with the original hits from both these all-time greats.
But I've always got lucky with you. Oh, my baby, won't you shine?
And as a special bonus, you'll also get Merle and George singing together in their history-making duets.
See, water back.
The best of Merle and the best of George, plus their historic duets, all on one incredible album. Remember, this special album is not available in stores. Stay tuned to order yours now.
To order, call toll-free 1-800-468-2700 to save all COD and handling charges and pay only $8.98 for the album, $9.98 for the tape. Send check or order to Merle and George. Care of TV offer, P.O. Box 10030, Stamford, Connecticut. Remember, to save all additional charges, send check or money order to Merle and George. Care of TV offer, P.O. Box 10030, Stamford, Connecticut.